So today's video is on the iconic, there's no other word for it, Rolls-Royce Grille, designed to reflect the sort of architecture, the Pantheon in Rome. You know, sort of huge pillars. It is a sort of architectural statement, really, complete with a, in this case, from a 1938 Wraith black badge, which was chosen for the aesthetic, apparently, not because of Rolls dying, because they used to be red, but a lot of owners moaned apparently that it didn't go very well with the colour choice of their cars. So that's a bit of an urban myth, apparently, but one you could really easily believe. Just sort of getting a feel for this thing. There's a huge radiator behind it, which is made out of stainless steel in this case, but earlier cars would have been solid silver, because in those days they didn't put antifreeze in and they had all sorts of problems with corrosion. You know, but the later cars like this moved to stainless steel, but still, you know, obviously a quality job. Huge lights, which apparently are not particularly good. I have put some power to this and seen them light up, which is really cool. But you know, old-fashioned. But to get the power out of them, they had these big reflectors, these lovely big reflectors that gave it again an iconic look. You've probably spotted this already, but the little flap, guess what that's for? Of course, the starter handle, because you might have to get Jeeves to go out and start the thing if the battery was struggling a bit on a cold day. Yeah, I mean, a car of its time, but certainly excellent quality. What you'll see is these grills, you see they operate dependent on the temperature. So as the radiator got hotter, the grills open up to let more air through, which is, you know, really clever, thermostatically controlled. And of course, you know, better that you don't let cold air through if the engine's not warm. So, you know, just little things like that. It was not just about the aesthetic, it was also about the engineering. You know, they made incredible cars. I think Royce, when he died or was on his deathbed, someone asked, you know, did he have any regrets? And he said apparently that his only regret was he didn't work harder, which is incredible, really. The effort that goes into these grills, I think, you know, they make them by hand. I don't think they even use instruments. They probably use some sort of jig or something. But a lot of it was done by hand and hand polishing. Even today, it takes over a day to build a Rolls-Royce Grille. Back in 1938, it would have probably taken days. I think the modern Stuttgart production facility knocks out a 911 in about 2 days flat. So, you know, this grille would have taken longer to produce than a modern sort of state-of-the-art sports car in a factory, all hand finished and hand polished. But then again, you know, when they came out, you know, the original rollers, I think were about £395, which is 250,000 in this day and age. So they were never cheap cars, and actually second-hand. In a way, they are quite good value if you can afford to do them up, which is what I'm struggling with a little bit. But, you know, I'm getting the parts together. I have got an engine for it at least now, so maybe one day it will be back on the road. Apparently 1 in every 6 rollers made is still on the road, because they were so incredibly well engineered. I mean, if you look at the chassis on one of these old pre-war cars, it's like something off a traction engine. You know, they do of course suffer from rust and everything, but because the steel's so thick, if they've been even sort of slightly looked after, they will last a lifetime, you know. And in this modern age where nothing seems to last, everything gets junked after a few years, you do wonder if the whole life carbon on some of these cars is really good. Anyway, there you are, Rolls-Royce Wraith 1938 Grille, truly magnificent, missing its flying lady that got nicked like a lot of them do before my time, but hopefully I'll have the spirit of ecstasy on it one day again, and it will be sat on the Wraith looking resplendent. You know, I can assure you it's over 100 weight. It's about 1.5 hundredweight. That thing is incredibly heavy with the radiator, built to last a lifetime. You know, 80 years old plus, still looking good. Absolutely incredible bit of effort, and you know, nice bit of British engineering at its best, I suppose. Anyway, ta-ra for now.